Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an absolute cracker of a match awaiting us. My name is Neil van Heer, and with me I have Carlo Delfava. Carlo, the scene is set. Amazing game we have waiting for us.
I know, Neil, I'm really looking forward to this one. We've got a nice southeasterly blowing across this pitch, and we've got some autumn colours to enjoy this afternoon as well. Some great scenes looking at the drone, just showing this beautiful campus, and what a privilege to watch a game and experience this great fixture up here in Hilton this afternoon.
100% Carlo. Coming into this game, Hilton have been in absolute dominant form. 7 out of 7 on the trots. Kearsney, likewise, have been in good form. Coming off a tough loss against Glenwood, though. What do you expect to see here today?
Do you know what? Throughout the whole fixtures, as we're watching it through the morning, there haven't been any runaway fixtures at all, which has been really good to see. The momentum clearly is with Hilton this afternoon, but I haven't seen a Kearsney team lie down in years to take a beating, so they'll definitely be up for it. They're motivated. They've got great support up here as well, and the fans have definitely, and the folks as well, have travelled all the way up the hill to see us this afternoon.
Couldn't agree with you more, Carlo. As we watch the boys call their team on, here they come, led by Spusangweni. His team will look to him today, taking over captaincy from the injured Andrew Harding. The team will look to him for go-forward ball with auto motivation out there on the field, Carlo.
Definitely, he's one to watch this afternoon, taking up the skipper's armband as well. He's normally a blind-side flanker. He's packing down at 8 this afternoon, so we'll have to look at to see how his positional lines of playing. If he is still that inclination to play towards the ball and instead of fielding those kicks at the back, so he's definitely one to watch out for. He's an option in the line-out as well. He's rangy and he's got a massive engine, so he'll be there right up until the dying minutes of this fixture.
Okay. Looking at the Kearsney the lineup we have here, one to look out for, number 3, Oliver Carmody, better known as Ox, and by his teammates. Also Tane Posey at number 6, Jacques Wierendal at number 10, and the big Derek Marshall at number 12. He'll be looking to get over the game line. Here come Hilton, led by talismanic captain Patrick McVeigh.
He's also one to look out for this afternoon, as well as in the second row you've got Nian Talia there. It's a big man. It's 110 kgs of second row, big ball carrying ability as well. And keep your eye on number 7, Patrick McVeigh, as we mentioned earlier there, Neil. One to look out for his leadership ability. Gareth Schrouder is definitely their danger man this afternoon, so keep a lookout for him with his decision making and his leadership skills.
Referee blows his whistle, off we go. Tane Meerhead gets us underway. Taken in by Hilton.
It's good kickoff receipt there by Hilton, and just starting the game off well, really settled. Box kick coming in there from Gareth Schrouder.
Well taken by Wierendal. Into the tackle, goes down. Meerhead at the base. Hilton come away with it, but the referee brings them back. Penalty, Kearsney, hands in the rack.
That's him, offside line there, Dean by ref as well from Hilton, just being a little bit overzealous with getting the lines in the kick chase, but they really need to settle themselves down now and have a good compete at this line out. With that breeze behind Wierendal there, it's a good touch finder, takes him right into the heart of the 22 of Hilton. So good attacking option now for Kearsney right up in the opening moments.
Absolutely, Reece Stewart with a throw-in. He'll be looking to find either Sangweni, maybe Polsey, Bissett and Baines, the main line-out options.
Hilton opting for middle and front line-out defense, and back to their go
Baines.
in there with a great take from Nicholas Baines.
Pick and go there from number 12, Derek Marshall. Kearsney in a very good position here. Meerhead to Sangweni, to Wierendal, gets it to Kunik, steps to the inside. He goes down, about 5 meters out. Meerhead at the base again, to Sangweni. Drives his legs, about 2 meters out now. Meerhead again, short to Ox. Oliver Comedy. Kearsney about a meter out now. Muirhead goes short. Goes himself. Excellent try. Kearsney on the board.
What a fantastic start there from Kearsney. Keeping the ball, keeping their work, keeping their shape in attack as well. The ball coming wide and then playing back into the forwards. Look at that man with Sibu Sangweni with his hands on the ball.
Here we have the replay. Kearsney about 2 meters out. Muirhead dummies. Gets nice and low, sneaks over. Typical scrum of try.
It's very difficult to stop him with that low to the ground as well. Hilton should have been in a better position to defend that with getting their big boys closer into the ruck with a low body position. But what a great start from Kearsney. All stemmed from that great touch finder by Woodendal in the beginning.
Tain Muirhead adding the conversion, 7-0 to Kearsney College. It seems as if the move from Muirhead from fly half to scrum half is paying dividends at the moment. We have a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. The match fancied Hilton under pressure early on, Colo.
Definitely, I think them getting pinged at that penalty early on has given them just a bit of hesitant to compete at the ruck. So they're handing off in defense, but they're really need to get their hands on this ball now and get some phases together.
They'll be looking to clear from here to Koenig. Koenig with a kick infield.
Dangerous option kicking in the midfield there with 3 of the Hilton players back with this wind. Naturally, you would set more players in backfield, but there we go, poor kick resulting in a penalty. And I wouldn't see Hilton, actually wouldn't mind them seeing going towards the touchline, set that maul up and just build some phases really into the deep territory of Kearsney.
Hilton coming off an absolute cracker last week, Saturday, on Goldstones against Maritzburg College. They were in imperial form, Carlo. This man especially, that you just saw take the kick there, Gareth Schroeder. He's definitely one to keep your eye on today.
It's a tough throw there for Dylan Thomas in the hooker with his wind blowing from left to right on your screen.
Ball goes to number 8, Apes. Hilton setting up the maul. Number 2, Dylan Thomas with the ball in hands. Sangweni comes through the middle though. Referee deems it to be fair. Schroeder at the base. Penalty going to Kearsney.
That's a fantastic stress relieving turnover there from Pendulo Dlamini on the short side.
Pendulo Dlamini together with Reed Stewart and Oliver Comedy making up all Gillingham House, all grade 11 front row. We've got another year of those 3 boys playing together. Beautiful stuff. Great kick from Tain Muirhead as well.
I think definitely using that win to their advantage, Neil. I mean, you've got that breeze first half. You might as well use it to get yourselves pinned back down. But what a turnover there from Pendulo Dlamini.
Bissett takes. Muirhead to Palsy. Palsy gets over the advantage line. They go blind. Nicholas Paines takes in. Muirhead again. To that man, Ox Comedy. Muirhead again. To Woodendal. Woodendal with a big carry and up and under. Taken by Derek Marshall. Oh, but then the knock.
I was extremely unfortunate there, Neil, to knock that ball on. What a fantastic take. Difficult ball swirling in the wind as well, but he's keeping his eyes on the ball, fully committed to taking that up and under, but just so unfortunate the ball spills out as he hits the ground.
Great work by Derek Marshall. Can you believe it? The big man inside centre, only in grade 10. He's got 3 years of one stripe ahead of him, Carlo.
That's an excellent kick there to the big man to take it up in the air, but could be a tactic we see this afternoon because kicking from midfield, that's the second time now they've looked to kick midfield and clear the line, so not looking to play any rugby within their half, which is...
Schroeder goes blind and with a little kick over the top, taken by Skippers. Skipping and making his way infield. He passes to Woodendal. Woodendal with a little grabber through into space. Beautiful work. Covered by Vilmans. Vilmans doesn't find touch. Muirhead underneath it. Muirhead lining up for the drop goal. He has a go. It looks good. And he's got it! Tane Muirhead, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Great work there. Showing that he's a fly half at heart.
Yeah, we're seeing an absolute masterclass in kicking here from Kearsney at the moment. They're using the wind to their ability. And I think Coach Borenstein, he would have had a clear instruction to use this wind and get Hilton pinned back in the half. What a fantastic strike from the young man there, Tane Muirhead.
Good take from Stewart. Comedy coming away with it. Shorts to Baines. Box kick by Muirhead. Nice and high. Number 8, Ape's taking it to Schroeder, who cleans his lines. But he finds Koenig at the back. Koenig has a go. Bit of hesitance there. Slow ball for Kearsney here.
Extremely slow ball, well generated there by Dylan Bassett to get that ball a little bit wider, and some pick and go interplay here from the forwards. Good defense from Hilton, aggressive low tackles.
Oh, bit of a speculative pass there from Wirendal. The ball came out quickly there. He went wide to Nina Kumere. Unfortunately, the pass a bit behind him, just stifling the momentum. But the ref has blown his whistle for a high tackle. And Kearsney will be able to make use of this wind again and get themselves deep into Hilton's territory.
I think welcome relief there, because they were under extreme pressure from defensively. Having slow ball as well, you've got that big white line in front of you. It's extremely difficult to generate any ball with momentum. They've missed touch here, unfortunately, and we've got Schroeder with the under no pressure. He hasn't made as much ground as he'd like to, but Kearsney've got a good opportunity here to build up some momentum.
A bit of a let-off there for Muirhead. Schroeder there with the opportunity to pin them back right into their half, but yeah, like you said, not as much territory as he would have liked. Kearsney about 40 meters out here.
Just missing Reed Stewart here, and just unaware that it still is his ball to throw it in. So let's hope he's got the call and he knows exactly where it's going to be.
Ball goes to the front to Bissett. Kearsney set up the maul. Halsey breaks away. Short. Muirhead at the base. Plays Baines. Short to Bissett. Getting over the advantage line. Good work. Wirendal with the ball. He holds it up. See space. Intercepted by Hilton. Ulu coming away with it. Schroeder with a box kick. But Gumede at the back. Finding Koenig. Koenig decides to have a run. Gets past one. Gets past another. Baines there. To Muirhead. Gets his shirt taken off of him. Muirhead at the base. To Wirendal. Wirendal with that left-footed kick. Schroeder at the back. He's covered. Lots of time. Doesn't find a clearance into Wirendal. Wirendal looking to attack. Up he goes with up and under. Schroeder underneath it. No, it was Volmans underneath it. Goes backwards. Big hit. But Hilton come away with it. Short. To that big man James. Schroeder to Volmans. A bit of a speculative vur kick across the field to number 2, Thompson. He goes left to Madison. Madison well tackled by Muirhead. Short to number 4. That big man that you mentioned earlier, Talya. Again to James. Short to McVeigh. Out to Volmans. To Tulu. Tackled by Sangweni. Assisted by Gumede there. Schroeder. To number 3, Davies. decides to go blind to number 6, Mark Armstrong. Schroeder to James. James cuts inside. Well tackled there. Volmans cuts inside, finds some space. Past one, past another. Big handoff there. Gets the pass out. James unable to get the offload, and there's a bit of a knock on. Kearsney have the ball. They've managed to turn it over. Under tremendous pressure there, Carlo.
That's a great break there from Ruan Volmans, and the kick coming in there from Kearsney. Still not finding touch, and they're still under pressure with Hilton coming hard at them now at the moment, but good defense to keep Hilton out the way.
Talliot, that big man with the ball. He breaks the tackle, getting over the advantage line. Schroeder to Volmans, to Cousins, to Madison. Madison getting held up by Oudendal. Schroeder. Short to James. Good tackle by Marshall. Number 7, captain Patrick McVeigh. Cousins with the ball. Oh, and a knock on there. Oudendal with opportunity to attack, but charged down, and the ref will bring them back for the knock on. Kearsney under all sorts of pressure there, but dealing with it well at the moment.
They are dealing really well with it. Here comes the break from
Volmans.
From number 10, Volmans. The good handoff straight through the break, and he's got players on his outside, ball in 2 hands, but what a carry there from Andrew James. He's been really prominent in play recently. He's kept his skill set really high, keeping his ball in the hands, and at the same time he's having that bit of interplay with Nian Talliot. Kearsney have done really well to keep them out here at the moment. Good defensive structures. They're very calm under defense as well, very smooth in folding players into space. They don't seem like they're under any sort of panic at the moment, so it's very important that they get this exit set right. They need to set up a short target just to open up that angle for the kick to come in. So let's see how they play this exit out.
You mentioned those two, Nian Talliot, arguably one of the best tight forwards in KZN this year, and then also number 5, Andrew James. Academy week last year, they're really the engine room of this Hilton pack. This Hilton pack, a couple of big boys there, and Hilton largely rely on them to get them the go forward ball, to get them on the front foot. Short to Marshall, being used as a batting ram. Base at the bottom. Penalty there, hands in the ruck.
That's
Volmans had a go.
Being a bit overzealous there. He seems to be in the heat of the moment at this point in play, but just being a bit overzealous there with getting his hands in the ruck when...
and actually giving Kearsney the reprieve. They're able to clear their lines, bringing a player about 10 meters, about 5 meters from halfway, and will be there thrown at the line-out collar.
They have done well to get themselves out of trouble there, and finding themselves just short of halfway at the moment. Make good use of this line out, and we'll see themselves, wouldn't be surprised, getting this ball off the boot and down into that far left-hand corner.
Ball going to the back to Sangweni, but the referee is judging it to have gone in skew. Hilton have the option, scrum or line out.
It's difficult throw to throw at the back in the Windjan Hill this afternoon with the it's coming across the field, and a back ball for hooker at the moment. It's extremely difficult, even though it is uncontested. The ball will try and roll in there. Look at this take from Volmans. He has good covering there from Roger Ellis. Big hit coming in there from Kearsney, and they've done well to keep possession then, get themselves back down into Kearsney territory.
Schroeder feeds, big scrum from Hilton. Ape's going blind. Scragged by Sangweni. Schroeder to James, at the back to Volmans. To Cousins. Ulu now with the ball. Number 6, Armstrong. Getting over the advantage line. Schroeder going blind. Number 4, Nian Talliot. Well held by Baines. Number 1, no deal with the ball. Good tackle by Dylan Bissett. Volmans taking it flat. To Madison. To Thompson. Kearsney seem to have been covered. Back into the middle to number 8, Pez. Getting over the advantage line. Hilton putting pressure here. Oh, and there comes the knock on. As they were getting onto the front foot, Carlo, as they were making good inroads.
I mean, Neil, that line out started just on the halfway. They made their gain line, stretching the Kearsney defense, keeping ball and keeping possession. And you could see Dylan Thomas here from Hilton, keeping in those wide channels, so clear distinction on how Coach Brad McLeod-Henderson wants to play. He's keeping his hooker in the trams for that return ball, so they are wanting to go wide. But quite often, the second rows in the team, they're deemed to be the thermometer in the team. If they are playing well, the momentum seems to be with that team. So you got Nian Talyard and Andrew James here. They're winning the lineouts, they're contributing in the scrum, and they've got their hands on the ball at the same time. So it's a good attacking opportunity.
We have a tight here. Pence picking up at the back. He's 2 meters out. Kearsney under tremendous pressure. Pick up and go. Sangweni on his feet. No, referee adjudged that it wasn't legal. Penalty Hilton. He stopped time. I think he might have a word with the captain, Sibu Sangweni. Obviously an infringement in the red zone with Hilton on the attack. The referee will give him one warning. If that happens again, because he could be staring at a yellow card. Here it is again.
Have a look at that man Sangweni there. He hasn't actually cleared release from the tackle. He's not holding his body weight as well, so that's a clear penalty for the ref to deem there. Advantage again for Hilton. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a yellow card coming here.
Ulu taking it in. Ulu over the line. Try awarded. He ran a hard and straight. Beautiful line run there by Ulu. Nice and flat.
Neil, that's extremely difficult to stop close to the line there. Siyabongo Ulu with a hard straight line coming in for his first try of the game, and that is enterprising play from Hilton. They keep it very direct when they do get inside the 22. They use the forwards to take it up really hard and really tight, and they've got these big hard runners coming short, and Kearsney under all sorts of pressure there, and I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't a try from Hilton if it was a yellow card for Kearsney. So
here's the replay. Schroeder takes it. They had the dummy pod there, but it goes straight to Ulu.
All 4 defenders closely ball watching at the moment, Neil, and you aren't able to see that attacking runner coming up at you if you're looking completely at the ruck all the time. So hard to adjust in defense if you're only looking in at the ruck. So it's a good line, it's a good ball from Schroeder to spot that runner coming hard as well. So good play there from Hilton.
Kearsney will be looking to get back deep into Hilton's territory. Mirrored with a kickoff going deep, taken by Pez. He's tackled well by that number 7, Aiden Bossett, new in the team. Box kick by Schroeder. Winnendal underneath it. Ooh, misjudged it in the wind. Swirling all over the place. Hilton on the attack. Luckily the ball going out there.
Difficult there for Kearsney to gather that ball and all sorts of pressure as well. It's a good kick chase from Hilton, and you can actually see the man directing this game at the moment is that Gareth Schroeder. He's managing the pace of the game. He's getting to the ball with such speed. He's generating momentum with his speed of play, dictating where Hilton need to play with that correct box kick into the corner. So Kearsney need to make sure they do well with this line out.
Ball over the top. Kearsney chooses to go to the back again. Is it the right option, Colo?
Difficult option for them to take there, but you got that man Tane Polsey over the ball. That's a great turnover. Even though you have lost the line out, they're still insisting to go to the back of the ball in this one. It's extremely difficult. They've got a single lift in the front. Stick with things that are simple, and I've heard you guys mention before on Battle of the Basics, isn't it? So get that ball up in the front. It's an easy ball for the hooker. It secures your possession and just keeps you relieved of pressure.
No doubt. In the meantime, great kick from Tane Muirhead, bringing play to the Hilton 10-meter line. Great work on the ground there from Kearsney's Heinrich Brousseau, Tane Polsey. Can they fix their line-out troubles? This time they go to the front. Well taken by Bissett. I think they heard your advice there, Carlo.
That's a great take from Bissett, actually using a bit of movement as well, and now they're generating a lot of momentum. And
Stewart breaking away from the back.
Stewart.
Not on his feet, hands on the ground, not supporting his own body weight.
Spot on. It's a correct call from the ref there, and it's a good break there from Reed Stewart. I thought he would have actually kept that ball in the maul for a bit longer as they were generating a lot of momentum. He's done well to break off with such explosive pace, but Hilton not holding their body weight, and they're actually beyond the ball, scooping it back as they do get cleaned out. And it's one of the directives from the Referee Association this year, and if you went straight onto that ball, you'd have actually had a good chance of getting the steal. So Kearsney actually opting for some points here.
Yeah. Captain Sibusa Ngweni not hesitating, pointing straight to the poles. Tain Muirhead here will have an opportunity to add another 3 points on the board. Kearsney so far, each time they've made it into the 22, look to have come away with points, Carlo, and that's very important. They seem to be quite clinical once they do get into the 22. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are following us on School Sports Live, leave us a comment on YouTube or Facebook, or tweet us at hashtag SSL Rugby, and we'll put the comments up on the live feed. Solid strike from your head. Flags go up. Great kick.
That's a fantastic strike from the young man, Tain Muirhead there. Getting Kearsney the extra 3 points, and using that win to their advantage again. Just a clear directive on how they want to play this game. So it's very important that they recover this kickoff.
Great take from Nick Baines underneath. Matioda there to Muirhead. Muirhead seems to have been slotted back into fly half. Good pressure from Gumere. Schroeder. Short to a pace, and he breaks straight through. Can he find support? Intercepted by Sangweni. And he does extremely well to pump his legs. But he isolates himself.
That's a great break from Hilton there. I mean, look at that short ball coming in the ruck. Schroeder just lifts it up for him. Up is exploding onto that ball. Ball in one hand though, so he can't actually give difficult offload to give Sangweni. What an intercept, stress relieving intercept for there, but just giving away the penalty in that next phase of play. Schroeder drives them back down into the heart of the 22 at the moment, so I wouldn't be surprised if I see a drive from here, Neil, as they make their way towards Kearsney lineout.
Definitely, Carlo. Hilton looking to keep it in the forwards here. That's where they've been successful, when those that big tight five of theirs have had the ball in hand. Goes over the top, but gathered at the back. Number 5 on his feet. Advantage. Volmans steps inside. And again. Good stepping by Volmans. Number 7, McVeigh. Getting over the advantage line. Quick by Schroeder. Cousins. Out wide. Oh, but the pass a little bit too hard, a little bit too hard, but the referee will take that back for the penalty. I think he had judged hands in the rack. Straight onto the ball. Off of his feet, I think.
The refs managed this game really well in his opening 25 minutes. Was nearly end of the half, should I say, opening 25 minutes. But he's managed the game really well. His communication's been pretty spot on as well. It's been really clear. There haven't been any pressure calls for him to make, and the players do know exactly what he wants from them, and clear intent of what Hilton want to do. Jan Hill.
Here they go again. They have another opportunity. It was a bit scrappy at the previous line-out. They're looking to tidy it up, set up the maul. It goes to James. Kearsney second at the back, tackled by Sangweni. Schroeder to Volmans. To Ulu again, the try scorer. He bumps off one. Slow ball for Hilton. To James. Tackled by Bissett. To the captain, McVeigh. He steps inside, goes down. Good defense by Kearsney at the moment. Slow ball for Hilton. Volmans sends it out wide to Madison. Ooh, bit of a hard tackle there by Koenig. Referee's got his arm out for the advantage. Talyot with a little kick over the top. No one at the back. Referee comes back, dotted down by number 14, Christo Skippers, coming back for the high tackle though, Carlo.
It's a good little dink there from Schrader. He's managed his game really well, and with the benefit of the advantage as well, just to dink it over for Robert Madison to run onto that ball, and off they go again to inside the 22 of this Kearsney team. They're under extreme pressure at the moment, Neil. There.
Number 2, Thompson with the throw-in. Hilton knocks it on. Sakweni with the ball now. Again, unforced errors costing Hilton dearly. Matiota at the bottom. Muirhead takes. And a great clearance again from Tane Muirhead. Beautiful kick. Pressure relieving kick there. Hilton's struggling to execute in those dangerous areas.
It is, it's those critical moments where you just need to think, just manage the ball, just have the peace of mind, and just to be more clinical with you in the 22 as well, with the momentum clearly with you. So they need to get this line out right, keep the ball for multiple phases. Off the top they go to Hilton.
That big man Talyard again, using all 110 kgs to get over the advantage line. Short to Nodia, and inside to Volmans. Volmans is straight through. Absolutely amazing set piece try there. You could see that was a pre-planned straight off of the practice field, Carlo.
Perfect, exactly what it was, Neil. Look at that short line out with the midfield hit, and then coming back, drifting, pulling those defenders towards the short side, and then a double skip inside to Volmans, and he's done well to get it and to find that space as well under pressure. All the defenders were looking at the ball carrier, double skip in towards him, and Ruan Volmans, he's doing really well conducting proceedings at the moment.
Here we have the replay again. The pod going off the back of the line. I'm going to Nodia. Watch Volmans on the inside. The cover defenders leaving a big hole there. Volmans straight through. Excellent try.
They've done really well there. That's Brad McLeod-Henderson's expertise there, Neil. And the defenders actually drifting with the pass, and all their attention was towards the initial ball carrier, and that double pass back into side. Volmans actually in the blind spot of the ruck, so you couldn't actually see him. So well done, well rehearsed move straight off the drawing board.
Hilton 100% back in this game now. 12-13 to them. And Schroeder here with the opportunity to take the lead for the first time. Solid strike. Bisects the upright. Hilton take the lead, 14-13. We have a game on our hands, Colo.
We definitely, and clearly the momentum all with Hilton at the moment. But Kearsney, what they need to do now, just to halt that momentum, but if they had to give a short little kick to regain possession, they've been really good at scoring points every time they do get inside the Hilton half. So up the kick goes, and it's a good fielding from Hilton there. Good covering on that kick chase as well.
Hilton will be looking to exit, and that's exactly what they do. Good box kick. Putting underneath it, he takes. Good step. Kearsney with a bit of an overlap. They go short to Baines. Matiota at the base. To Marshall. Marshall explodes. Over the advantage line. Looks like the Hilton players are off of their feet there. Short to Stewart. Oh, big hit. By number 5, James. Matiota. To Muirhead. Taken in there by Christo Skippers. Matiota, a bit indecisive. Taken by Ox Comedy. Good offload to Zamini. They've got a release now. His knees hit the floor. Roll away. Referee allowing them a bit of time there. Muirhead goes long. Space out wide to Polsey. Polsey tries to force the offload. Knock on advantage to Hilton.
It's a difficult offload to give there, Neil, with the under pressure and on contact as well. And direct kick from Schroeder there into touch, but still playing the knock-on advantage from that forced offload by Polsey.
This age level, boys love to be adventurous, Carlo. Difficult for them to discern when the exact right time is to take that risk, the calculated risk of the offload.
It is too, and I think Kearsney looking to play a bit more rugby at the moment. They've moved away from that kicking game that was quite effective, and that actually got them that 13 points early on in the half. And I think the momentum slightly changed now with Marco Mattioro on there, as well as the changes in the backline. So Hilton need to do well here against the win in the closing minutes of this first half.
Volmans putting it up high. Gumede underneath. Good take from Gumede. Ooh. He regathers. Ball adjudged to have gone backwards. Marco Mattioro waiting for his forwards to get back. Slow ball for Kearsney. A lot of numbers around the breakdown there. Pick and go by Baines. He goes backwards. Good defense around the fringes. Mattioro goes blind. To Marshall. Offload to Palsy. Meerhead, excuse me. Mattioro to Bissett. Great strength shown there by Talliard. But then he gets in the way. Tackler not releasing. Penalty to Kearsney. Unlucky there. He was dominant in the tackle, Carlo.
They did so well to keep that momentum in defense as well, and just to take him all the way back. He did the first part so well, and then just not releasing to give that penalty away to Kearsney.
Kearsney with the opportunity here to score some points just before halftime. They'll be winning. This is those times that your coaches tell you to target, Carlo, just before halftime, just after those key passages of play, those key moments in a match, where if you can manage to score against them, it can shift momentum. The throw in, unfortunately, going over the top. Cousins to Kulu. Hilton on the attack. Good tackle by Skipper. It's offloaded to Kulu. Number 13. Over the ball. Great work there from number 13. It's that man, Cameron Dudley. Cameron Dudley playing second team flank last week and now being moved into the first team, and you can see typical flanking qualities coming through there, Carlo.
Using that loose forward skills as well to get straight over that ball. And what a difference in him targeting that ball. He wasn't beyond the ruck at all. He was completely holding his own body weight, targeting the ball straight up. And look at that from Mattison. We see Olu taking the ball in. And look at that man 13, Cameron Dudley, straight in on the ball, textbook. 2 hands on the ball, extremely difficult to move, and that's textbook from a turnover there from the young man Dudley.
Kearsney with a full line out for once, but again going to the back and struggling in the wind today. Volmans now coming away with it. Off line at the back to Cousins. Cousins fending. Schroeder to Volmans. Hilton have had enough. They put it to the boots, kick it out, but the referee doesn't seem to think that the time has elapsed yet, and we're going to have the line-outs. Error in judgment there from Hilton.
Definitely, I think he's looking at the scoreboard from the bottom end of the pitch there and putting it directly into touch, and he's actually kept Kearsney in this game here. If Kearsney get this line-out right and keep ball for a bit longer, they might end up with a few points before the half closes up, Neil.
Kearsney should go to the banker ball here. Again, scrappy lineup, but it comes out on Kearsney's side. Muirhead stepping. Loose ball there, managing to tidy it up. Pick and go from Kearsney. Mattioro at the base. Passes it out to Baines. To reach Stewart. He wasn't expecting that one, manages to hold on. Mattioro sees some space. Inside to Comedy. And a little chicken wing out the back. Cameron Dudley now with the ball. He beats one. Gets back onto his feet. Keeps on fighting. Great work by the outside centre. Mattioro. Again to Comedy. Showing why they call him Ox. Slowing down the ball. Excellent work from Hilton this time. Over the ball.
That's it, man. Andrew James, again, we spoke about him in the half. He's been extremely prominent in opening, winning his lineouts. He's been bustling with the ball in hand as well, and having that steal really, well, closing the half out with that steal and keeping the momentum with
No, Carlo.
Hilton, yeah.
The rules now stand that you have to take the tap and kick it out even off of a penalty, so we're going to have the line out. It will be Hilton's ball. Hilton showing a bit of a lack of the new law changes. You have to take the tap before you kick it out if you have a penalty. If you just choose to kick it out, the match will continue. Hilton will have the line out because it was their penalty.
Do well to keep possession there.
Schroeder gets rid of it, and that should be the half. And what a half we've had. Kearsney College coming out of the blocks quickly, taking a 10-0 lead. Excellent work by Tane Muirhead and Jacques Wittendal and the likes. And then Hilton fighting back, showing some grit through their big forwards. Number 4, Nian Toyot, and number 5, Andrew James. What will the coaches be telling their teams at halftime, Carlo?
Definitely, I think what Hilton have done really well in this half, when they did get into the 22 of Kearsney, they kept things really tight and really direct, and they weren't playing any expansive game plan and any double skip passes or long looping passes over the top. And they've actually gained a lot of momentum. They scored their points via that same method. I think Kearsney, the momentum shifted extremely since the change with Jacques Wittendal and Tane Muirhead moving to 10. Marco Mattiota coming on as well. He's played 80 minutes not long before this game started for the second. So it's extremely difficult for them at the moment to gain any momentum when you've got those changes, and you've probably practiced the whole week with those players in that position. But Hilton very clear and very decisive with what they want to do. Key positions, and the players we did speak about leading up to this game as well, they are performing. Dylan Thomas is hitting his lineouts. Nian Talyard and Andrew James playing extremely well. And Reed Stewart as well from Kearsney. If they just get him settled down, Neil, just let him win that early ball up in the front, just get the momentum back into it, get his confidence back up with the line out. And then I think we will see the likes of Sibuso Ngweni with his hands on the ball. Tane Muirhead will direct play a bit more as well. And Cameron Dudley with that great turnover. I think he gained a bit of confidence there as well with that short sniping run down the line before the half closed out. So we've got a huge game in our hands here coming in second half. The wind is going to, beg your pardon, the sides are going to change with the Kearsney going to have the wind in their faces coming into the second half. So what they do now in the opening moments of the second half are absolutely critical.
I agree with you 100%, Colin. Some replays coming up now from the first half. Early on in the first half, our apologies.
Big spirited support there from the Kearsney boys.
There it is, Tane Muirhead. Typical scrum off try. No one had a pillar or post defence. Muirhead staying low to the ground, barreling over there for the first try to Kearsney. And that's the reaction. So the Kearsney boys have, and here was that monster of a drop goal from Muirhead. He's been influential, Carlo.
Definitely, he's been brilliant this first half. Every time the ball has travelled through his hand, something positive has that happened. Look at that motivation, look at that direction. He's extremely passionate with what he wants to do as well. And it's a short ball to Xulu right on the line. All the attention of the Kearsney defenders at the ruck. That's a hard short ball. It's a difficult man to stop so close to the line. That's a fantastic conversion kick from sliding in slow, so close to hitting the post there, but that was a kick against the wind as well. He's done really well to get that through.
After initially being under a lot of pressure, Hilton have done extremely well to come into this match. There's that set move straight off of the training ground.
That short man line out, taking the Kearsney defenders all the way to midfield and keeping the forwards on the short side who didn't look like they were very comfortable defending in space. And as that ball did travel wide to the first defender, double skip pass back in towards the ruck. It was a huge hole open there for Wilmans. Went through untouched with a 25-meter run. So good enterprising play there from Hilton, straight off the scoreboard, off the drawing board with that move.
Absolutely, and Hilton will be looking to those same gentlemen that have been giving them go forward ball the whole time. Their forwards, Brendan O'Dear, he's been good. Dylan Thomas, he's been good. Dylan Davies, Nian Toyot, Andrew James, Mark Armstrong. We've expected a lot from Armstrong, and he's been a bit quiet in that first half, but he'll be looking to get into this game more and more as we get along as well. For Kearsney, big number 12, Derek Marshall, he's got into the advantage line almost every single time he's got his hands on the ball. Kearsney will be looking to get the ball to him, to set up that good go-forward ball, and then launching with their dangerous backs from there. I feel like Kearsney might have a slight advantage in the backs, but it's in the forwards where this match will be decided, Colin.
It is definitely. I think the way the momentum in the scrum is going as well, the way the lineouts are being decided too, I think Hilton have an edge on them at the moment, just the way they're managing their game. You've got Schroeder, who's at the heart of proceedings. He's dictating where that ball needs to go. He's very calm under pressure. He's making the right decisions. The way Hilton are kicking as well, they aren't using their 10 to kick. They're using Schroeder to keep that box kick and get them over and into Kearsney territory. So Kearsney, I think they need to do now. Nico Bjut just having stern words with the forwards. I think obviously with the lineup not functioning really well, and you've got the likes of Coach Borenstein there. I mean, that's a humble man. He's extremely highly respected in KZN schools rugby. He's one of the longest serving head coaches as well. So he'll have very, very wise words, and I think he will settle them down as well, just to keep their heads on their shoulders and how they need to tackle the second half, especially with the wind against them.
Without a doubt, Kearsney will come out with a clear plan and clear directives from their coaches. Coach Borenstein, as you mentioned, part of a dying breed, it might seem. Teachers who still coach first teams, Carla, as more and more interest gets placed on schoolboy rugby, the more and more professional coaches we seem to be attracting at the same time.
I agree 100%. I mean, you look at the likes of all the top schools in the province, well, throughout the country at the moment as well, that focus on recruiting players, it's a certain structure, it gets put in place from under 14s, and KZN rugby at the moment at under 14 level is absolutely brilliant. You've got the likes of Northwood, Glenwood have got a good under 14 team as well, DHS strong at under 14s at this moment as well, so we're going to reap those rewards in a few years' time when these players do eventually get up to the higher echelons of playing. And I think that focus towards, I mean, look at we're sitting here at a televised game to watch these two teams go head on head. And in the past years, I mean, I've been overseas for a good few years of that. That wasn't even present at the time. The momentum's changed massively, and the direction and the pressure to get these players into professional mode, pretty much from school level, Neil, is outstanding. So it all bodes well for the depth, creating that depth within the province, within the country as well, because a lot of these players will go to varsities within the Cape, in Gauteng as well. So it's getting exposed to professional coaching at school only makes a club coach's life easier and a provincial coach's life easier once they do leave school. So it is fantastic to see and experience it as well. So it is moving in the right direction, Neil.
Absolutely, Carlo. About to get underway here in the second half. Streaming brought to you guys by Liberty Life. As you've mentioned, Philmans getting us underway, playing from left to right, the wind at their backs. Taken by Reece Stewart. Marco Mattioda at the back. Kearsney will be looking to clear. Muirhead has a run, beats one. Looking a little bit isolated there, but he does well to keep the ball. Taken by Bissett, little chip through. Was that the right option? Schroeder straight through. Pass out wide, but intercepted by Gumede. Loose ball there. Posey comes away with it. Hilton with a golden opportunity. Ball put high, into the wind. Taken by Schroeder. Tackled by Muirhead. Hilton with the ball now. It's got number 4, Dalyard, getting over the advantage line. Slow ball for Hilton. Good clean out there. Space out wide, number 10, Philmans. Wide to the left wing. Robert Madison and Hilton have started this second half like a house on fire.
That's a great try from the young man, Robert Madison, keeping their width in attack as well, keeping the players in space. Schroeder dictating the play of this game and just using that width to their advantage. Unfortunately, Kearsney, they're just not able to exit with that kick off from Roger Koenig. It's extremely difficult to exit.
We have the line out again. Captain Patrick McVeigh taking it up, getting over the advantage line. And then they had numbers out wide. Vilman's just getting it there to that man, like you mentioned, Robert Madison, for an easy try in the corner. And like you said, Kearsney already feeling the effects of this wind that they're kicking into. Unfortunately, not being able to clear their lines and get out of their 22, and Hilton turning defense into attack there.
It's very difficult there to exit with this wind in your face, Neil. The only other way to do it with less damage possible is to try and play the ball towards your edges. So actually get a ruck on the trams, and that way just drill it with a grubber down the touchline with 2 chasers on it. Putting the ball up in the air is extremely difficult. It's going to blow straight back to you, and you saw there Hilton recovered that ball in the air really well. They kept their players width, so Kearsney were extremely stressed at that moment, and you can't actually cover that space if you are focused on getting that kick and that kick chase behind you. So I think what they need to do now is just get a good exit strategy in place where they're either going to get out of their half by gaining penalties and keeping possession as they move their way up the field, or playing the ball to the edges and just grubbering that ball through, and with 2 kick chasers running onto it.
A bit of a delay at the moment as a player receives attention here on the side. Here's this replay again. Vilman's playing it nice and wide. Like you said, Hilton doing very well to keep their depth there.
Well, they had numerous numbers as well. You had Ulu and McGaw all on that side as well, ready to take that ball. It's
the injured player making his way off the field, and we can finally get it back underway. Number 6, Mark Armstrong. One of their go-to men, the young Mark Armstrong, Grand Cornwall 2017 captain last year, and a try scorer last week on Goldstones against Maritzburg College. He's off the field. That's a big loss. Merehead with the restart. Straight down the middle. Taken by number 20. Joe Elphick. Back to Vilmans. Vilmans using the wind. Koenig underneath. Koenig takes. He looks to attack. Steps inside. Beats one. Good work for Robert Koenig. Hilton not rolling away. Slowing down the ball. Sangweni steps inside. Matioda to Merehead. The flat pass out wide. To that man, number 7, Aiden Bossett. Coming up from the second team. Bossett takes it in. Scrappy ball at the back. Merehead goes wide to Polsey. Space out wide. Number 15, Koenig to Gumede. Gumede's got some space. Cuts back inside. Beats one. Beats another, and he's through. He's found some space. Nina Gumede offloads. Kearsney in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful position here. Short to Bossett. Slow ball, Kearsney to Merehead. Out wide to number 7, Bossett. Oh, beautiful defense there by Hilton. To Merehead. Merehead running out of options. He goes himself. Twinkle toes. Beats one, beats another. Goes to ground. Advantage being played by the referee. Back inside. Polsey's through. Beautiful step. Prata. Kearsney College, do not write them off, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game on our hands. Carlo.
Marco Matiodo just pulling that defender out from the side of the ruck, but what a line there from Tane Polsey. Low center of gravity, ball in 2 hands. He absolutely picked that gap. He had to go through some defenders to get there, but what a try there from Tane Polsey. Absolutely brilliant. And what a time for Kearsney to score as well.
Here we have it again, and like you said, Matioda, it was definitely a set move, pulls a man outside. Polsey, strong runner, breaks one tackle, breaks another. Fans, and the boys are pumped up. Here we have it again, Matioda back in the middle.
How often we've seen George Gregan play that move in the Australians lineup, and just the attention is all on the 9 when he actually gets that ball and moves away from the ruck. So that pillar defender doesn't actually need to move anywhere, just stay exactly where you are, the tackle will come towards you.
Merehead here with the opportunity to put Kearsney back in the lead. Flags go up, and the score 2019 to Kearsney College.
Neil, you mentioned at the break of the half at 14-13 at halftime that we do have a game on our hands here. And Kearsney just pulling one out of the magician's hat here with that move with the combination of Marco Matiodo and Tane Palsy.
4 months gets us underway again. Taken by Nicholas Baines. Marco Matioda to Muirhead. Choosing to kick high and across field. Could work out though. Ooh, knock on there. But Hilton on attack. Speculative kick there. Taken up by number 5, James. At the back to Apez. Very lateral running there by Hilton. Little kick through. Charge down though. Hilton regather. Hilton still in possession. Schroeder to James. Excuse me, to Talliard. Apez. Short to McVeigh, but he loses it. Referee's got his arm out for advantage. And a bit of a let-off there for Kearsney College. That kick, that on another day, it's high risk, high reward, I guess, Carlo. But for me, like we mentioned earlier, you just really want to keep the ball nice and flat, clear your lines, get out of your 22. Kearsney playing with fire here.
Definitely, I think with that kick coming in, it's a high ball, it's swirling in the air, so it pretty much is a 50-50 with the 2 Hilton players underneath it, 2 Kearsney players underneath it as well. Kearsney did well to disrupt the take, so it wasn't a clean kick. And the little grubber through there from Wilmans in behind, they did well to keep possession there at the moment. But Schroeder did well on that knock-on from Hilton to dive back on that ball to stop them playing the advantage play.
Muirhead keeping it flatter this time and finding a good clearance. The wind did seem to die down just a tiny bit at the moment.
It did, Neil, just as the guards would shine down on you, just take the breeze away just to get your exit kick in, and then you can put it back up again. So they've done well.
Short line out here from Hilton. Talliard lining up. But stolen. Matioda now to Comedy. Short to Bossett. He drives his legs. Makes some good meters. Matioda. Short to Sangweni. Matioda again to Muirhead. Good line run by Koenig. He makes the break. Referee calls it back for the forward pass. Judged to have gone forward. Wow. That was a marginal 50-50 call.
Extremely marginal. I thought that was pretty much a line ball there. It came out the hands. From our side, it looked like it was a proper pass to me, but unfortunately just drifting forward according to the ref there. But the intent is there, Neil, for them to keep ball within this half. It's difficult to exit, it's difficult to kick. I think just keep ball, just build momentum, build phases. You are going to make yourself down the pitch if you do keep that their mentality against the wind.
Kearsney definitely looking to play with ball in hand, Carlo, and I think that's what they're going to need to do.
And they do, and they look well when they do it as well. They look comfortable. Muirhead's directing proceedings as well, and Sibusa Ngweni is getting his hands on the ball too, which we need to see more of.
Oh, kick off the back there from Schroeder, but directly out, and they'll come back for that. As a bit of an unforced error. Bit of a set move. Apez played it off the back of that scrum. Gave it to Talliard. There was space out there, but unfortunately the kick just a bit inaccurate. Kearsney with the let off. Front of the ball to Bissett. Kearsney set up the line out drive. Number 5 straight through the middle. Breakaway there from Stewart. Matioda. To Muirhead. Muirhead puts it flat kick. Finds some space. But taken well there by Ellis. Ellis in a lot of space. Ellis with the chip. Matioda at the back. Puts it into touch. And it's gone touch and goal, so it's going to be a 5-meter scrum to Hilton.
Marco Matteo under all sorts of pressure there. He had Ron Vulman steaming down behind his neck and nothing else to do but just keep that ball into touch. Big scrum here from Hilton coming up. They've got possession 5 meters out from the Kearsney try line.
Like we said earlier, Carlo, I think Kearsney just needs to keep ball in hand. It seems when they're trying to get rid of it, it's really difficult to kick into these conditions, and as a result, the Hilton boys finding lots of space on the counter-attack and using the wind to their advantage and finding space behind the Kearsney defensive line, turning them around, and they find themselves 5 meters out under some real pressure now.
It is difficult. I mean, Roger Ellis there, that was a great counter-attack. Getting that ball with numerous defenders in front of him, still finding his way and threading himself through along the touchline. The chip kick coming in from Hilton there. It's huge pressure on Kearsney at the moment to deal with this onslaught from Hilton. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Ulu coming in on a short board from Ruan Vilmans here, and them setting a target midfield.
Paynes off the back. Fends off one, fends off another. Kearsney under severe pressure, pick and go. By number 4, Talio, fighting for every meter. Hilton looked to be over the line, but just short. Referee with his arm out. Advantage. Try awarded. Hilton College, who comes up with it? No. A bit of confusion here. We thought the try had been awarded, but it was a penalty that was blown.
Scrum call there from Schrouder. But as we mentioned at the break of the half, that every time Hilton do get into the 22 of Kearsney, they look to suck everybody in. There's a good break off the back of the scrum there from Arpeds. Forwards coming in tight on the pick and goes, and they're all going same way, forcing the defenders to fold around and just keeping that momentum really short and really tight. Clear directive there from the coaching staff with Brad McLeod.
Absolutely, yeah. Scrum 5 meters out. All sorts of options here for Hilton College. Schroeder feeds. Big scrum from Hilton, picked up by Pez. Looking good, going a bit sideways, bit lateral. Pick up and go. 1 meter short. Palsy with his hands on the ball and he affects the turnover. It's that man again, Tane Palsy, with a crucial steal on the line. Lifeline for Kearsney College. If Hilton had scored there.
Wow, what a play there from Tane Palsy. Just when the pressure's on, you can see the character of a player come out with that try early on, coming through with the teaming up with Marco Matteo, and then the steal 5 meters out from your line, and an error there from Hilton taking that ball. Would have been Kearsney possession nonetheless, but what a clearance kick from Kearsney. That's gained 50 meters and keeps them with possession on the halfway line.
The Kearsney boys are fired up. They're trying to lift their team. Kearsney up 2019, 1 point ahead. Line out on the halfway. They should look to keep ball in hand here. Bested in the front. Loose ball, but taken by Stewart. Muirhead with a cross kick into the middle that we've seen. Knock on there by Hilton College. It falls perfectly for Marshall. Slow ball to Muirhead. Brushes off one. Taken by Ulu in midfield. Referee adjudged to have seen a knock on.
Oh, he's done all of it well except for that last part. There's a huge hit coming in there from Grant Cousins. But Muirhead just keeping his momentum, keeping his feet and keeping his strength to keep that ball up. And Kearsney here with a defensive scrum, but I'm really enjoying the way Tate Muirhead's dictating this game from a Kearsney point of view. He's got time on his hands when he does have the ball in his possession. He's dictating plays, moving his pack around the field. I wouldn't mind seeing them keeping ball just a bit longer when they do get up into this 45-50 meter line into the Hilton half. But Wouldn't be surprised seeing a huge kick coming in from Wilmans here to put them into that far left-hand corner.
Wilmans with a big cross kick. Skip is underneath it. Can't gather it clean, and it goes out. Should be Hilton's ball, and it is.
That's a good chase there from Robert Madison. He's done well this whole game to actually keep on the end of those kicks from Hilton, and they've done well to keep possession here. Unfortunate there from Kearsney, just not gathering that ball in cleanly.
Hilton with another short four-man line out. James at the back, gathered to Schroeder, to Taljaard. He runs in, makes me to stays on his feet. Schroeder, inside to Wilmans, taken by Jamini. Kick over the top. Skip is underneath, he lets it bounce though. Regathered by Hilton. Kearsney under a lot of pressure here. Appears with the ball now, 2 meters away. Short to Taljaard. He runs over one. Kearsney under all sorts of pressure. Wilmans to Cousins to Kulu. Pass out wide to number 20. Elphick, he runs around under the poles. Hilton College.
What a try there from Hilton. That man, Joe Elphick, coming off the bench for the seconds and getting a try in there. But what discipline to keep your width under pressure. What discipline to just hold your width, keep your spacing and not get sucked in. But look at that from Hilton. What a fantastic try, and just sustained pressure with that kick just coming in over and over again.
Here we have it again. Out to Cousins, Ulu, like you said, keeping their width. Out to that man Elphick, and having the presence of mind to run around to give his kicker Schroeder a better, easier kick, should I say.
Wow, Neil, that's a momentum-changing score, that from Hilton. Getting points 20 minutes into the second half, and it's just, at the moment, I can just see this thing swinging towards Hilton's way. Kearsney need to respond here with getting this ball back from the kickoff. Every time Kearsney do kick out of hand, it does cause problems for them at the moment, but when they do keep possession, they are seeing the fruits of the labor. But this man, Schroeder, in supreme form here this afternoon.
No, absolutely, Colin. He's been influential. Definitely one of the decision makers of the team. They look to play off of him. He adds the 2. Hilton extend their lead 26-20 to Hilton versus Kearsney College. About 15 minutes to go. Plenty of time still left in this game. Plenty that can happen. $10 minutes to get us back in the way. High hanging kickoff, beautiful kickoff. Well taken by Taljaard.
He's been brilliant this afternoon, Neon Taljaard, and combined really well with Andrew James in the second row.
Charge down! But Hilton retained possession. Schroeder asking his forwards to give him some protection. Big up and under. Palsy underneath it. Gumele takes. Kearsney now with the ball. What can they do with it? To Stewart. To Marshall. Tackler not rolling away there. Muirhead. To Palsy. Looked like he lost it in the tackle there, but the referee judged to that he may have kept it. Marco Manciano with a dummy and go, and the offload unnecessarily. Cousins coming away with a big fin on Stewart. The banana kick from Schroeder. No one at the back there, and that man Schroeder just keeping Kearsney pinned back every time.
We see the comments coming in there on social media. Mike Sana, someone signed Schroeder. Come on, boys, is the comment there on the hashtag SSL Rugby. Watching from Zimbabwe, scuba rugby is the best kind of rugby, according to Mr. Chubini Nsandile. Dube, I love school rugby too. And what a game we have on this afternoon, 26-20. The pedigree of the provincial rugby at the moment is on display.
Stolen by Hilton. Dlamini on his feet though. Beautiful work. Pedulu Dlamini, not the first time this match where he stayed on his feet and affected the turnover.
Yeah, it's been every time, every now and again during this game, you just see the class of a player that just shines above the rest of the group. And Spusongweni there with the turnover. He's been brilliant this afternoon when he does get his hands on the ball. Unfortunately, they haven't had that much possession and go forward ball for us to see him in full swing. But during the battle of the dark arts there and getting that steal.
Festive atmosphere, as you can see on your screens right now. The Hilton boys getting stuck into it. Sangweni at the back to Matioda, but the ref brings them back. Skew ball, as we've mentioned time and time again, going to the back of the line with the wind that we have here, coming from left to right. Meaning it's really difficult for Kearsney to throw it at the back.
It is. It's an extremely difficult ball to throw at the back there. I mean, even Reed Stewart, with the squash skills that he does have, being ranked number 30 in the country for open squash as well, it is a difficult ball for him to throw. And just you want to ask yourself the question, just go to the front of the ball, just keep the hooker settled. We don't want them flustered. You do want to keep that attacking ball going in the line out. So just unfortunate from there that the ball drifted the wrong side.
Another big scrum here from Hilton. Schroeder to Vilmans. Back on the inside to Kulu. Shrugs off one. Taken down by Bossett. Schroeder to Vilmans again. Cousins cuts inside. Gets the offload. To number 11. Madison. He's held up. To that man Talyard again. He's been prominent. Good momentum here from Hilton College. Schroeder to Vilmans, to Kulu. Great straight, hard running. James manages to get loose. Hilton only 2 meters out now. Pick and go from Talyard. He looks to be over. Try awarded.
What a well-deserved try. What a well-deserved try, Neil. He's been brilliant this afternoon. He's taken that hard ball up into those tight defenders close to the ruck. He's been brilliant. He's a big man. He's very mobile as well. And what just reward for all the hard work that he has put in today. Excellent score there from the big man.
As we mentioned at the beginning of the game, he's been one of their go-to men, the guy that they look to get them over the advantage line and also for the close quarter battles. Number 15, Roger Ellis, showing his appreciation. And we have a jovial mood here by the Hilton College boys. Here's
Rightly
the replay
so.
again.
Look at that
James.
hard line. That's Andrew James coming in as well. He's been partnered well with Talia this afternoon. And look at that pick and go. Good low body position, good fend, ball in the correct hand. There's 3 Kearsney players on him, and he still managed to get the leg drive through and get that ball over the line to get his score. That is outstanding that from the young man, Nian Talia, this afternoon.
Kearsney have it all to do now, Carlo. 31-20 with a kick to come. 10 minutes left on the clock. Schroeder with a kick. Good strike. Flags go up.
Wow.
Adds the extra 2. Hilton taking a 13-point lead, 33-20. Gareth Schroeder.
You can see he's enjoying himself this afternoon. You look at that jovial spirit there from the Hilton boys. The drums are going, the songs are coming, and the points are being scored. Big hit coming in there from Oliver Carmody. Box kick in there from Schroeder, using his wind to come back. And then the back you got Robert Koenig collecting that ball.
Koenig with a little kick out to the skipper's takes. He's in space. Steps 1. Gets taken. Derek Marshall down to the ground. Kearsney will be looking for a bit of continuity here. Matioda to Bossett. Ooh! He went over the horizontal. Referee blows. Time is off here. We have someone in trouble here, Carlo.
Neil, I definitely think so. I think that's Grant Cousins from the Hilton point of view there. It's a big hit. He's made a big hit, but what he's done is he's lifted a player through the horizontal. He's lifted those legs off past the 90. It's a spearheaded tackle. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a yellow card here from the ref.
Having a chat to his AR there.
It's a good run from Aiden Bossett again, under pressure against the grain to those heavy defenders.
Like you said, Cousins with a, here it comes again. Bossett cutting in.
It's a good hit, initial stop to
Great
stop the
hit.
momentum. It's that movement as he lifts the legs and further drives them towards the deck that causes the problem, and clear directives from the refs, and it is dangerous play. We need to look after these players. They are our pedigree, they are our future stars that we need to see, so we do need to keep them safe.
Referee calling number 7, Patrick McVeigh, the captain, and the offending player over, having a word. Reaches for his pockets. Yellow card. Well, could that have an influence on the outcome of this game, Carlo?
I think it might have, because you got that one player short in the defensive line now, and if Kearsney do keep this ball for multiple phases, it does cause the fullback to come into the line, which gives them a bit of space out the back, or you are going to have that extra player and that number in the attacking line if the fullback does enter. So what Kearsney do here now, it's vitally important that Reed Stewart finds his line-out jumpers now so that they keep momentum and keep possession.
I think Kearsney should just look for that banker ball up front. Maybe set up a maul.
I agree, you've got Nicholas Baines who's right in the front there. He's a big explosive man. You've got good lift in the back of the line-out as well.
And a bit of confusion there, but Kearsney come away with the ball. Spurs Sangweni with it. Masiota at the back. He feeds me ahead to that big man Marshall, driving his legs, gets the offload to Cameron Dudley. A bit dangerous there. Dudley not held, he picks up and goes. Good appreciation of the laws there. Masiota, oh, with a little bit of a knock there at the base.
Oh, there'll be the well-defined Coach Killer Neal with that knock-on so right at the end of the scrum. It's just those moments in the game where you just need to keep possession. You need to just keep your hands on the ball for long phases and just exploit that man that's in the sin bin. Really unfortunate there from Marco Masiota. He's done well to come on from that second team game, and just extremely unfortunate from there. If you do have your thoughts on man of the match, by all means send them through on social media, hashtag SSL Rugby, and just get your thoughts on who your man of the match should be. Who would be in your running for that accolade this afternoon, Neil?
Definitely that man who just fed the scrum there. Schroeder, another one. Touchdown now. Sangweni is through. He's going to score underneath the poles. Schroeder charged down. And this game is not over yet, folks. Spurs Sangweni with a magic play right when Kearsney needed it the most.
Wow, what a moment of brilliance there. Neil, we've spoken about these players that are just on the upper echelons and the cream of excellence in the province, and that man is definitely one of them. What an excellent play of rugby. Charge down on Schroeder. Huge pressure to charge down that kick and still to regather possession and find himself under the poles.
Here we have it again. Ape's playing Schroeder excellently read off the back because he's the number 8 there. He charges down, he collects, and he knows how important that is.
That's a huge score. That's a huge score there from Kearsney, but what an outstanding play there from Sibu Sangweni, skipper for the day. So everybody's focus is on the skipper today, so keep that momentum going, Kearsney.
Looks like Tain Mehed unfortunately missed that kick. He was right underneath, but I think he missed it. So the score 25-33, Hilton still with an 8-point lead. Will that come back to haunt them?
Clear hands in the ruck there. Definitely clear hands in the ruck there from Hilton. scooping that ball back under pressure, but you can't help to blame them. They want to get their hands on the ball, but just doing it illegally. And Kearsney really need to exploit this this yellow card further, but what a great score there from Sibusa Ngweni with the charge down and the score under the post.
His second year of first 15 rugby and taking over the captaincy from the injured Andrew Harding, and he's definitely one of those men that you mentioned, one of those that you that they look to for a bit of go-forward ball. It says 33-27 on the scoreboard here. I didn't see the flags go open. We'll look for confirmation on that one. Turnover there. Number 20, Alfek with the ball again. Schroeder to McVeigh. McVeigh runs into a bit of space. Schroeder with a pick and go. Finds some space. To Volmant. And tackled out there, number 14, Robert McCall. I thought he was in for all money, but great cover defense there by Lila Kumede, and also that big man, number 12, Derek Marshall.
Excellent defense there from Kearsney under pressure just to shepherd them towards the touchline. They did have a number down on that short side as a forwards who actually just slow folding in to give the backs a bit of width. But that's pretty good there from Roger McGraw to get himself further down towards the Kearsney line. They have given possession away by going into touch, unfortunately. And we do see Robert Koenig down in back play at the moment. So Reed Stewart really needs to find his jumpers here.
We have confirmation the kick did indeed go over. 33-27. Kearsney only 6 points behind. Malcolm Asiota getting held up a bit there. Kearsney will look to clear their lines here. Pick and go from Bossett.
It's good defense there from Dylan Thomas. 2 double big hits in a row.
Kearsney looking to pick and go. Possibly giving Mearhead some more space, but they don't have time to kick. There's only 1:20 on the clock.
It's a long way away, Neil, to get some fairway behind you doing pick and goes, but unfortunately they've got to get some width.
Mearhead with the kick. McGraw underneath. He plays Schroeder on the inside. Schroeder cuts inside. Tackled by Gumede. McGraw taking over from scrum off. Space out wide here. Ulu with the ball. He runs straight, draws the man. And number 11, Robert Madison, over in the corner. That should be the game, folks. Hilton taking a 38-27 lead. Scenes of absolute jubilation here.
What a score there from Robert Madison. He's done well the whole afternoon. He's been on the end of chasing kicks. He's defended really well. And to get a score in right at the closing moments of this game with 14 players on the pitch, with Grant Cousins on the in the sin bin, but Rob Madison there. What a score from Hilton. Didn't Ulu do well to hold his defender up just in time to give that pass?
Here we have it again. Taking it to the line, playing it out to Ulu. He had the overlap. Gives it to that man Madison, goes in at the corner.
It's a brilliant ball there from Ruan Wilbans on the drift, and number 14, Robert McGraw, playing halfback in that last phase of play, but Rob Madison going in for a well-deserved try right in front of the Hilton support and the crowd and all the pupils there, and the drums banging as he goes over for that score. But I'm afraid to say, Neil, I think that would be it's very difficult for Kearsney wouldn't be able to come back from this at the moment.
We might have time up after this kick. I'm not so sure if our clock is the same as the referee's watch. No, we still have some time left. Not exactly sure how much time we do have left, but it can't be much. I tend to agree with you. Kearsney 11 points behind. Crack of a game. They've been in it since the start. Great kick. They're not going the distance though, but then a little knock on there from Hilton.
Unfortunate there from Andrew James. He's been really good this afternoon. Pretty hard on himself there with dropping that kick, but good intention. The kick was short, but still having the impetus to collect that ball and with the intent to still want to play rugby, which is brilliant. The clock's pretty much done its job for us this afternoon, and Hilton have been really, really mature in the way they've managed this game. Schroeder's been brilliant. He's kept his forwards going going down that pitch, and Ruan Vilmans has been outstanding as well.
Who would you pick for your man of the match, Carlo? We've had some amazing performances from Taljaard, James amongst others, Schroeder, McVeigh's been good, Cousins in the senses, Ulu being influential in a few tries and scoring one himself.
I think for me, that man at the halfback for Hilton with Gareth Schroeder, his pace to the ruck has kept Kearsney under stress because the ball is moving away from that point of contact with such speed. He's got a lovely pass of both feet, of both hands, should I say. His box kicking in the first half kept them going forward against the wind, but just the way he's managed the game for Hilton, I think he's definitely my man of the match.
I couldn't agree with you more. There you have it, folks. Our man of the match, our Liberty man of the match, Gareth Schroeder. Kearsney on attack here. Marco Mattiota with the ball. Short to Tane Mearhead, short to Sangweni. Kearsney not giving up, fighting to the very end. To Stewart. He breaks one. Slow ball here for Mattiota. He goes to Bissett, who beats one. Mearhead. Long out ball to Koenig. Space out here. Koenig with the fin. The little chicken wing. Gumede collects. And again, Marshall losing his feet though. Getting back up. Showing his power. Kearsney on attack here. Atwa to Stewart. To Bissett. Bissett with the offload. Comedy lining up shorts. Ox Comedy. Mattiota. Sangweni's got it now. Pumping his legs. Mearhead. Stepping. Ducking. Diving.
Big clean coming in there from
Koenig on with pace. Offloads to Marshall. Marshall runs around. Scores it. Kearsney not giving up.
Wow, Neil, in true Kearsney spirit, fighting all the way right to the end, keeping possession, keeping momentum, being direct, being brutal as well. Sabu Sangweni with a big hard carry down the midfield, and what a wrecking ball of a clean to get that ball fast out. But Derek Marshall going over the line, he's played really well this afternoon. He's been extremely direct in his running. He's been uncompromising in defense as well. One of the standout players here on display this afternoon.
We apologize for those of you watching and being a bit confused with the clock that we have displayed. Mearhead converts, and we still have time left. It seems that for the injury that we had on Armstrong, maybe we had a bit of stoppage time that was being played, and the clock didn't keep up. Here's the replay. Koenig, great hands by Marshall. And again, presence of mind to go around, and we still have a game on our hands. I think the referee singled 2 minutes left. 38-34. What a turnaround this would be, Carlo. Vilmans getting us underway again. Taken by Skippers. Big hit from number 7, Patrick McVeigh, the captain. Comedy at the back. Taken by Polsey. Mattiota to Mearhead, cuts back inside, back into traffic, and he goes down. Kearsney will have to launch an attack from deep inside the off. Penalty goes the way of Hilton though. A judge to be holding on.
That's extremely unfortunate there for Kearsney. They had one last gasp at it. They did well to recover and still absorb the pressure from the big hit there from McVeigh.
The tap from Schroeder kicks it out. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. What a cracker of a game we've had. Kearsney College starting like a house on fire with a 10-0 lead. And then Hilton College showing their maturity and their experience to come back. But Kearsney, again, never say die attitude, Carlo, fighting until the very end. And almost stealing it right at the end there.
They did so well to come back and get that last score with Derek Marshall, but a 4-point game in it. We mentioned at the start of the game that this was going to be a close game. We do have KZN Rugby's elite on display at the moment here, and they gave us all our money's worth in that fantastic game up here in Hilton. And outstanding there from Gareth Shroud, our Liberty man of the match. He dictated play. He was outstanding today. Speed of pass was brilliant. His kicking game was outstanding. He was good in defense. He covered space as well. And a really well-deserved award there for man of the match. And I think definitely one that we will see in the future in years to come. So make sure we keep him in the province and make sure he doesn't go anywhere else.
Absolutely. The Sharks sure could do with him. Folks, as we have a look at the Hilton boys celebrating this memorable victory, 38-34, Carlo and myself are going to greet you. We say thank you for joining in, thank you for tuning in or logging in and following us on School Sports Live. I'm Neil van Heeren, with me is Carlo de Fava. Have a great day.
He gets ready for Saturday morning cricket an hour before he has to. He practices his swing, telling anyone who'll listen that one day he'll face the best cricketers in the world. His dad hasn't told him yet that they've got tickets to the upcoming test match. Protect your future memories by ensuring the one thing that makes your son's dreams possible: your income. Follow the link to learn more about Liberty's income protection. Liberty, the advantage of knowing.